Alright everyone, today I'm gonna react to the CyberCPU text video. Alright, you seriously using it? Yes, I am. I'm using it on dual boot. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Are you still using Windows 7?
Yes.
If so, we need to have a little chat. Stick around.
Cut all that intro.
To date, it's honestly the most Windows XP was arguably one of the most popular versions of Windows to date. It's honestly only rivaled by the popularity of Windows 7. Windows XP was released in 2001. I remember the Windows XP release because I attended the Windows XP Roadshow on September 11th, 2001. I'm pretty sure we all remember what else happened that day. So that experience kind of sticks in my head a little bit. Windows XP did not lose support until 2014. So this also made Windows XP the longest supported version of Windows ever created. Windows XP benefited from 12 years of support from Microsoft. This wasn't due to a lack of trying from Microsoft to end support earlier. Microsoft extended support for Windows XP 2 separate times before they finally ended support in 2014. Support for Windows XP was not extended multiple times because of the dedication of the end users who loved it. It was actually extended multiple times because 90% of the country's ATM infrastructure was still running Windows XP. Microsoft was trying to gently nudge organizations to update their Windows. And, since that didn't happen, they stuck to their guns and they ended support. When Windows XP lost support, it had been out for so long that most computers running XP simply wouldn't run Windows 7. At the time, I actually spec'd out an ultra budget PC to help my own customers upgrade from Windows XP to Windows 7. Windows 7 was released in 2009. That means Windows 7 was actually released 5 years before the end of support for Windows XP. That's an average life cycle of a computer.
Yeah. Life cycle.
There was literally people in 2014 that were still running AMD K-series processors. Even Windows 8 was released in 2012, so there was a lot of users who upgraded from XP straight to Windows 8. I remember at the time the most popular upgrade that I would do was actually downgrading Windows 8 to Windows 7. I was performing these upgrades several times a week. End users hated Windows 8. They hated it so much that they were willing to not only pay me for a license for Windows 7, but also my labor to install it on their computer.
Can but it can also can revert it back to Windows 7. Was that correct?
So when Windows 10 came out in 2015, everyone had that memory still fresh in their mind. The debacle that was Windows 8. I remember the joke at the time is that every other version of Windows had constantly been a mess, and that's why there was no Windows 9.
Because 7, 8, 9. Okay, the pun is getting old right now.
It's because Microsoft skipped the good version. People did not hate Windows 10 because it was bad. People hated Windows 10 because of Windows 8.
I was about to say people like Windows 10 because of a bad design. You're about I was thought that you would say Windows 10 is good because of a bad design or
They
something. I don't know.
hated Windows 10 without even using it. This made the problem even worse when Microsoft ended support for Windows on January 14th of last year. Microsoft did not make the same mistake with Windows 7 that they made with XP. They did not extend support for Windows 7. I remember at the time a lot of people thought that they might, but January 14th came and it was it. Support was over. Windows 10 only gained.
Well, I don't see any I don't see this pop up in it because I'm running on the older version of Windows 7 Surface Pack 1 right here. Yeah, the old version of Surface Pack 1. Don't judge how I cannot update again when Windows update because it was a failed. It was a failed one. It got canceled. So I guess no more Windows 7 update for this one, I guess. Well, unless if someone managed to bypass that thing, is to, I don't know. Yeah.
Support was over. Windows 10 only gained market share over Windows 7 near the end of 2018. As of January 2020, Windows 7 still had a 25% market share.
True.
In fact, as of the filming of this video, Windows 7 still holds an 18% market share.
Ah.
This is over a year after its lost support. End of life for an operating system means that it will no longer receive security updates.
But unless if you install the antivirus that it can be still works for Windows 7, then that's a good thing. I have this antivirus in real hardware. If you haven't watched my main channel on Omegion's tutorial, it's still running well until they expire. I may considerably just switch to a new subscription by just either uninstall it or I don't know. It's up to my decision.
Windows 7 lost mainstream support back in 2015.
True.
Up until 2020, Windows 7 was only receiving extended support. This means that there had been no new features for Windows 7 since 2015.
Literally. That's literally. That's what the Windows could do. That's what a Microsoft could do. All it do is just redesigning Windows 7, but couldn't think of something else, so they could just redesign it to Windows 8. Thus, they removed the start button right here. You just have to hover it, and then yeah, that's it. I don't actually remember if something else. I was going to install the Windows 8 beta build, but it was unfortunately failed because of USB port 2.0. I don't have one, so that's a big F.
And the support was only security updates.
True.
Does anyone remember the TV show, The Screensavers? It was a tech-related show on Tech TV, a channel that I honestly don't even think exists anymore.
I don't remember too.
The Screensavers did an episode where they took a Windows 98 computer and let it sit connected to the internet with no one using it. If I recall correctly, that computer was massively infected at the end of this episode. They did this to show what could happen to a computer that didn't have security updates. Security updates patch holes within the operating system itself. Without these security updates, when exploits for the operating system are discovered, they will remain unpatched. At this point, your antivirus won't help you, and in many cases, nothing will help you. I hear people say that they just use best practices and, stay away from malware sites and stuff like that. I'm sorry, but that doesn't matter. Your computer could quite literally be taken over without you even using it.
Have you even go to the survival guide? Have you even used it at? It doesn't matter what you are. If you either accidentally install the malware or something, you just have to install the antivirus. That's it. That's the point of the question.
I very well could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that all antiviruses have stopped support for Windows 7. If you know of one that hasn't, then please share it in the comments below. But if that's the case, then you can't even get an antivirus in Windows 7. Another problem with
I'll comment the video later.
continuing to use Windows 7 is hardware and software support. Do you want to play the latest games or use the latest programs?
No, I prefer the old ones. As long if Firefox doesn't no longer supports on Windows 7 and 8 on a extended ESU or something. Yes, extended security updates. Then might as well just keep using the older version until the end. Or unless if someone decided to fix up the goddamn white YouTube 2009 project. Right here. It doesn't work anymore. Holy crap. Why is this thing not... The video don't work, obviously. Look at this crap. Look at this crap. Okay, just give me a search bit. Look at this. When I click on the YouTube, and I didn't... But the video don't load. What the heck? The video don't load. I'm just suggesting myself to use Palmoon or something. Yeah, it was old version of Firefox, but better. And also have a low spyware because it was older version Firefox. That's why I like Palmoon. Yeah. Well, yeah, I like it. Just it also have flash support, so I don't recall for that. I'll download that later.
Do you even want to buy a new printer?
No.
It's likely that these options simply won't be available to you.
Yeah, I agree. I'll just yeah, I don't presumably have a printer in my home or my apartment, so yeah, rip.
You may have to start getting your printers at garage sales.
Lol,
And I hope you like Half-Life 2.
bro. Not cool.
If you're still using Windows 7, you're not using a secure computer.
I'm using it for a dual boot. Yes, I actually have dual boot. If you haven't watched my previous video, if you want to upgrade to Windows 10, you can just switch to Linux, or you could stick using Windows 10, or downgrade to Windows 7. Well, yes, you can. You can do all of these.
And with the market share currently at 18%, you're a target for hackers.
Mm, as if.
While you very well may be computer savvy, the majority of that 18% are not.
Yay.
This means that hackers know that 18% of computer users are not only completely unprotected by antivirus and security updates, but there's a pretty good likelihood that those people are not very computer savvy. This gives them a massive incentive to find security vulnerabilities in Windows 7. In fact, many of these hackers were probably sitting on zero-day exploits just waiting for end of life to come.
Never heard about the ever heard about the 0-day expire bug on Time Bomb on the Windows 7 beta build, or just any Windows beta build. Have you ever heard about the 0-day bug?
You may think to yourself that, it still doesn't matter. It's a risk that I'm willing to take with my own computer, and it doesn't affect anyone else. Unfortunately, that's not true either. Oftentimes, these exploits are used to create botnets that are in turn used to attack other people's networks. This is where hackers essentially turn your computer into a soldier in their digital army that is used to hurt other people.
Mm, why else could it bother?
Not all hope is lost though. If you just have to use Windows 7, Microsoft is offering a service called Extended Security Updates, or ESU.
Oh damn.
This is a service they'll be offering for 3 years, and honestly, one of those years is already up. This is a paid service that costs $50 per computer for the first year and doubles in price every year.
Oh my. It's like $50 per year. Then, if you have a double computer, $100 per year. I think. I'm not technically good at math, so I suck.
Unfortunately, this service is only available to volume license customers.
Crap. I'm not a customer. Well, at least it can't be that bad, right?
So this won't even benefit end users. But even if you were able to purchase this service, the total for 3 years would cost $350.
$350. For free? Yeah, for 3 years? Oh my god. I don't know if this could be possible, but I prefer the secure update. I prefer the keep using Windows 7 for either a personal use as long if Roblox works very well, and I could use it daily. Well, not very daily. because of antivirus. Yes, because it will take 30 days to expire. Yes, and yes, I know. I also need to do a little tweak right here, like Starbucks, start not Starbucks, Starduck, of course, Starduck tiles and any types of things. As long as they support Windows 7, then I should be good to use. As I should be good to use it.
A license for Windows 10 is $100. Even better than that, if you're currently running Windows 7, Microsoft will let you upgrade to Windows 10 for free.
I don't see that in the middle of a system tray. I don't see that in the tray. I don't see it. I literally use it for like 2 days. 2 days. Yes, I'm using Windows 7 for 2 days now, and after the 1 year of end of support, even yes, that's all about it. Yeah.
I still update several computers a week to Windows 10, and the Windows 7 license still works great to activate Windows 10. In fact, I can't think of a single instance when that didn't work. Unlike when Windows XP lost support, most Windows 7 computers will run Windows 10. I highly recommend upgrading to an SSD drive, but it will run.
It will run if I have a dual boot. True story.
And with an SSD, it actually runs pretty good. But you might say, well, I don't want Windows spying on me. And that's a genuine complaint. However, there's ways to disable telemetry in Windows 10 so that doesn't happen. Or maybe your problem is that you don't want Windows Update taking over your computer every time you're working on something important. I totally get that too. However, if you use Windows 10 Professional, you can actually delay updates for longer periods of time.
Home edition doesn't.
In fact, you can actually delay feature updates while not delaying security updates. Some people may just be sick and tired of having to update Windows every few years. And you know, I get that too. And that's one of the reasons why I like Windows 10. You see, Windows 10 is not doing things in the same way that previous versions of Windows did. In Windows 10, Microsoft has moved to a rolling release. This means that Windows 10 is in a constant state of update. Windows 10 gets major updates every 6 months, and these updates last for 18 months. These updates come down through Windows Update and essentially makes your computer perpetually updated to the latest version of Windows. If Microsoft stays on this trajectory, you may never have to switch to a different version of Windows again.
Or even better, switch to Linux. No joke.
Windows 10 is not a bad version of Windows. In fact, I actually kind of like it. I did a video a while back where I go through the reasons why I like Windows 10 better than Windows 7.
And this fella right here is using Windows 7 2020. So I don't know which one should I trust. Trust issue.
And I'll go ahead and tag that video right here. If this video was helpful to you,
okay, so imagine, here's the imagined one. Imagine if someone said, I don't like Windows 10. I don't want it to upgrade to Windows 7 to 10. And the other one that wants Windows 10 is like, sounds like you have a skill issue. Not your problem, not mine. Then yeah, that's the point of the problem. Oh yeah, there is also someone managed to find a way to stop Microsoft spying on us by just installing one of the applications, and also finds the way to de-bloat the apps. However, Windows 10 also includes that bloatware apps. Yeah, it has bloatwares, third-party apps, and some kind of stuff. Yeah, I had to manual uninstall it. That's the problem right here. If any of you still use Windows 10, it's okay. I'm okay with it. You can use it on something. But if you're using Windows 7, then prepare for a dual boot because Windows 7 already ended supported, but yeah, it ended supported. is it this very long time? It's like 2009. It's not. Yeah. Wait. That took 11 years. 11 years is to support. Yes. It took 11 years to end Windows 7 to end its support, which 1 year less than Windows XP. However, with the extended support, which means, oh my, um, 11 plus 2 equals 13. So I considerably have no words. Oh wow, oh wow. That took very long though, but yeah. Well, I think that's it for this reaction video. If you are considering want to use Windows 7, go to the survival guide, like a legitimate one. Otherwise, you're you're screwed, like completely screwed. As always, just install Sky. I use this for like, I don't know, for the antivirus or something. It's good, by the way. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.